Hi everyone, I come back with another Wonderland Online for mobile video in which I want to kind of discuss an event. I only started doing it last month. It's about the World Boss event. I will have to do it with a character which I haven't actually done it yet this month. It does reset every day, but I just didn't actually log in to do it with this account yet. I can't say I know a lot about the event, since I've only started doing it last month, but I do have a basic idea with a little help from the community on Discord. Now, speaking about this, I also decided to show you how to join the Wonderland for Mobile community on Discord, because that is where you will find a lot of helpful information about the event World Boss every month. Now, a few basic rules of the event are that the event resets every month and the location of the boss is in different places each month. I don't know if it can be in the same place 2 months in a row or anything like that. I'm sure it's actually written on Discord somewhere. But my main flaw is that I don't usually read tutorials or anything like that, or even guidance or anything. And then I start wondering how things work. So yeah, you'll probably find that kind of information on there. So basically, the event runs from the 1st of each month to the 25th of each month. In that time, you can daily go and have a fight with this boss in the specific location where it is that month, and you accumulate some damage. Now, the damage accumulated will rank you on some tiers. On each damage tier you reach, you have different gifts you can redeem from, but I will get in all of that in a minute. First of all, I want to show all of you how you can join the Discord server, and I have an invitation link here, and I will also leave it in the comments below, or maybe in the description box of the video as well. Either way, you will find it somewhere below. Now, I also want to show you what you should expect when you open this invitation link and how you can actually create an account and all of that. So I will also copy the link and I'm going to put it into a different browser, because obviously I'm not going to be logged in there with my own account. And basically this is what you are going to see. I'm pretty sure you'll see the same thing on your mobile device if you open it. Actually, on your mobile, it's probably going to just open the Discord app with the server itself, and it will say who invited you and that you can create a username for yourself. I'm just going to use a random username. And then you have to tick the box that you have read and agreed to the terms of service and privacy policy of Discord, and then you can go continue. Okay, now if it's your first time joining, then you will have to create an account, and you can put in an email, a password, all that kind of stuff. I think if you don't want to, you don't have to, but if you do log out, you're not going to have an account anymore. So just this once, I'm going to try and actually create a proper account. Because my password was too weak, I had to type in a different one, and then you can go claim account. And of course, you would have to verify your email address if you want two-factor authentication and that kind of stuff. Otherwise, you can just dismiss the message and that's it. Anyway, as soon as you join the server, you will probably not see a lot of stuff on here, and you'll probably wonder if the server is broken, if it's not working, if something's happening, if you were given the wrong one. But no, actually, the way the server actually works is that you have to assign yourself roles. And the roles you assign to yourself will give you access to different chat groups or chats, or I'm not actually quite sure what they're called. I don't spend a lot of time on Discord. Anyway, so as I said, you will be shown the auto assign roles, the how to set your own role, which is probably going to be very helpful, and they will show you there how to do it yourself as well, because there's been a few issues in the past where people were not sure what to do. Then you have the welcome to the server chat. Anyway, back to the auto assign roles. Now if I go all the way to the top, I will see a bunch of emojis, icons, and each of them is going to have a description. Now for you to be given those roles, you just have to react to each comment with the appropriate emoji, and then you will open multiple chats on the side. So if you are part of the Discord guild, Kittens Guild, Mythics Guild, Olympus Guild, then you can react with the appropriate emoji to whichever guild you are a part of. If you are a translator, or if you wish to help out with translations, if you understand the language and such, then you can have the translator role as well. You can assign yourself a role if your character is non-reborn, if it's reborn, if you're a wind, an earth, a water, or fire. As you go down, you will also see the roles for each server. So if you play on the old server, you can react about the old server and you can ask for help there. There's people who will be kind to help you. Then you have the new server as well. You can react to that one. You can react to both if you want, if you play on both servers. Then another one will be one for daily reminders. So there are bots which every day send out reminders to those with this role regarding the server reset, the maintenance, the events, all that kind of stuff. So if you want the daily reminders, go ahead, react to that too. And then regarding events, so if you want notifications about the events, you can react to that as well. And I definitely have to do that myself. Anyway, because I am in the Discord guild, I will react to that. And as you can see already on the side, I got the Discord old, which means it's the Discord guild on the old server. Then I'm going to react for the translator piece, for the non-reborn, for the reborn, for the wind, earth, water, fire, because I have all the accounts, so why not? Either way, I play on both servers and I like seeing all the chats there, why not? As you can see, a lot of them already popped up. I will react because I want to be reminded about the daily resets and of course because of the events. So now that I have access to everything, this is the general chat where everybody is just always speaking. But in this video I'm actually going to focus more on the World Boss event. It is in game information World Boss event. And now this is quite a chunky thread where you have a lot of information about the event itself. Now you have all sorts of information here about the event itself, but I will take you through what I do as well. Then you will have a translated UI, so it's a picture with some translations which tells you what everything means. Now because there is the fully translated patch for the PC, you won't need this unless you still play from your mobile only, and then you need to know what the buttons do. Then you get told that if you are on the leaderboard, you get special materials which you can use to craft or manufacture specific weapons, clothes, and some stuff. Okay. And then you will have pictures like these which actually show you about each location for the world boss and kind of where you have to start from and what you have to do. Now, as I said, this month the event is actually in China, so this top one will be what you have to follow if you want to join the event. Last month when I started doing the event as well, it was in Holy Village and then in North Island. As you go down, so the way it works actually, the first part of the event you have to finish a specific task, which is usually this random person that shows up on the map somewhere, which is asking you for certain materials for you to give them before they tell you about the location of the world boss. So this month you have to give this guy in China, you have to give him 10 Lawan wood and 10 ink. So below you are actually shown by other users how you can obtain those items. So for example, for the Egypt one, I believe, you will need ambergris to give this NPC. And so they tell you that you have to compound ink and muck for the ambergris. Now, as you go down, you get told about some other stuff which you're probably asked for in the same Egypt event. And apart from the ambergris, you're probably asked for amethyst as well. And to get the amethyst, you can compound certain things which you can farm over there somewhere, or you can, yeah, you get the point. Anyway, for the China world boss, which is the one for this month, you need the 10 cut Lawan wood pieces, which you can actually find in China, so it's pretty easy to give. But you also need to give him 10 ink, and for the ink you have to compound it with materials which you can buy from the props shopkeeper in Persia. And in Persia you will also find the Lawan wood, so you can just buy all of it straight away there. Now as you go down, you have a bit more information on the Egypt world boss one. Now it's in English. This tells you what the NPC is asking for, and here you go. This is also for the Egypt one. Then he asks you for amethyst, and then he tells you the location. So that's kind of how it works with each month. I think it's just that when they made this little guide, the Egypt boss was on, so it was just easier. Okay. Then you have information on the North Island world boss, actually, and the one that you have to go in Holy Village as well. Then you are shown the damage tier rewards, and as you can see, there's quite a bit. And after one point, it kind of jumps to a lot of damage required, and I'll probably never get there, but up to this one, I'm pretty good. To about 3,030,000 damage. Don't forget it's a cumulative, so each damage you deal each day adds up, and then you can just redeem the rewards whenever you want. And then a bit more information, not quite sure what this is, probably about the leaderboard. I will show you how I do the event for this month. One of my characters I haven't done it yet on, and yeah. So to get the 10 ink, there are actually two ways for this, and you can either recycle the Black Widow venom from fighting the spiders in Inca, or you can compound a feather and a small gear. Feather and wood can be bought from Persia. So I think I will show you both ways, because I've only been doing it as compounding. I haven't actually been doing it as recycling. I would say probably the recycling is a much easier way, because if you use the double drops clovers, then you'll get a lot of Black Widow venoms, and then you can just recycle a bunch and then you get 10 straight away. But from compounding it actually takes quite some time, and yeah, you waste some gold. So, back to my character. I'm just going to quickly redeem my daily stuff. Clearly I haven't been around here in a while, so I'll just catch up. Oh, it hurts me spending all that green diamonds for this. And what I want to do is I will probably go and get that double drops thingy over here. And I don't actually have a lot of space in my inventory, so in this case I'll have to make some space quickly. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I need to know if I have been to Inca or Persia previously with this account. So let's have a look. So I haven't been to Inca and I haven't been to Persia either. Luckily, I have actual teleport scrolls, so I'll just use those to get to those places with no issues. I thought because I only have one bamboo dragonfly, I wouldn't be able to get to both places, but then I remembered I might actually have some teleport scrolls to use. So, as you know, if you want to use the unlimited teleport scroll to get everywhere you want on the map, you must have visited it at least once before. And because I haven't visited either of those, then I have to visit it once. Now I'm just going to put some more stuff away quickly. And then I can go. So I think what I'll do is I'll go to Inca first and just make sure that the recycling idea works better, because in that case then I'll just stick to compounding. Now I can see that the spiders are all the way down here, and I already got the Black Widow's venom. That's why I wanted to actually use the 4 leaves grass. Okay, I got a bit more Black Widow's venom. So what I'll do is I'll go to my tent. And in there where I have the recycle bin, I'm actually going to use it because that's how it works in this version. And I want to recycle only one. And let's recycle it. And I got ambergris. Okay, so it's not 100% recycling working, but if I get at least one, and I didn't get even one, that's bad. I don't want cuttlefish ink. That's not what I need. I need just ink. Okay, so it's definitely not 100% success rate, in which case if you want to try it you can do it that way, but you'll probably need quite a bunch of venoms to recycle. Otherwise, I'm just going to show you how I compound it. So now what I'll do is I have to go to Persia, and I don't actually have the primary, oh, I do have the primary alchemy. And this one is very easy to get, but you don't actually need the primary alchemy. I've done the ink without having that skill, so you can do it with a very, very basic alchemy. So what you have to do is, once you get in Persia, you have to go all the way up here. And now over to this guy, you have to go buy some items. And you need to buy 10 Lawan wood, which you have to give that guy anyway. But also you will need Lawan wood to craft small wooden gears. So I'll probably buy a bunch more. And then you need a bunch of feathers. So now that's been more than I thought I would get. So I'll just get 15. Close enough. This is definitely not 100% for sure to get it. And I wish I had more gold, but I just keep trading it between characters whenever and wherever I can. Especially if I need it during quests and stuff like that. So I'll just probably sell a bunch of stuff I have around here. It's not much at all. So I'll probably have to bring another character with some gold. And anyway, as I said, you need to compound 1 feather and 1 small wooden gear. So you'll have to make a few small wooden gears, which you can make from the stone knife. Oh, you actually make it from the work platform itself. And it's this one. You need 1 shale and 1 Lawan big piece of wood. and then you make it and you drag it on top of the work platform, and then you just get more options to manufacture. The same goes for the wooden saw, but you just need the stone knife to be able to make the small wooden gears. So each Lawan wood gives you 3 small wooden gears. So I'll probably do one more just so I can have enough for whatever I'm doing. Right, so then what you have to do is, whoops, leave split items on move. And then you just have to basically go one by one and compound a lot of these. Now, as I said, it's not going to be 100%, unfortunately, and you might spend quite a bit on trying to get this to work. But let's have a go. So 1 feather, 1 small wooden gear, and so on. Okay, well, I did get ink straight away, which is very interesting because I didn't used to get it this quickly. And I am now getting very angry because on all of my other accounts it took ages. But I'm not gonna complain. 5 straight away, that's amazing. Okay, let's keep going. Hopefully I can actually make 5 more, and then I won't have to buy any more because I ran out of gold anyway. Of course, it always happens when I tell people that something's not working or something takes ages to work. And that is exactly when it fully works for me. You can also compound this blue feather and the white feather, which gets given by the compound mixture, which is called a goose feather instead of the swallow feather which you buy. And if you mix these two, you also have a chance of getting the ink. So it's worth it's just worth trying to compound over and over again until you have no materials left. But I'm actually extremely happy that it just worked like that and I didn't struggle at all. Why? Why is it always working when I tell people that I know it's not gonna work? Someone's mocking me somewhere. Either way, I got the 10th one, that's it. I don't need any more. But because I have 2 more wooden gears, you know what? Why not? And then the last one. And there you go. Now I have 4 extra wood, which I'm probably not going to do much with, so I'll just throw it away. And that's all I need. 10 Lawan wood, 10 ink. I definitely thought this was gonna take much longer than this, but I'm so happy it didn't. Although on one of the accounts I spent about half an hour. So yeah, this was very quick, very interesting. Now all you have to do is basically go to China as soon as you have all the materials. And when you get to China, so this quest is not translated in particular. There are a few new quests which haven't been translated yet. And now you have to speak to this guy. And then you just go with the first option, which probably means confirm, I don't know. And then he asks you for that 10 Lawan, you give it to him. Then he asks you for the ink, and your character is just going to give it straight away. And then he basically tells you the location of where the world boss is. So once he tells you the location, it's the same location for everybody. So you'll just have to get out of the fishing village and you have to go all the way to this middle blue teleportation circle thing when you get there. So if you click on the map, the character actually walks over there, which is the best feature in the world, because I remember this being like this in Norn Saber, and I used to love that feature when I was playing it years ago, and I always wanted it for Wonderland, but hey, we didn't have that. So I'm really glad that it's working here. So then you go into the teleporting thing. And inside of here you have that quest where you speak to some guy over here with his blue ox, which is almost dying. And if you give him one recovery potion, that one, he will give you a 5 times experience potion. Now recovery potions you can get from item mall from different packs. For example, this pack, if you open it, you have an 8% chance of getting recovery potions. That's pretty much the only way I know of getting recovery potions, so yeah. If you also download the English patch for the PC, you will have access to a few features which are not going to be for mobile. For example, trying on clothes from different packs, because that doesn't actually work in the game properly. And as you can see, I'm trying a hell of a load of bracelets on, and they come with different cool effects. I can probably try this hoodie as well. I can try some other stuff. And you can probably tell I haven't actually updated my version just yet, because this pack would have been translated by now. And I just need to get it from the guys who translated it. It's all in the Discord server, so yeah. Okay, so the actual location of the boss is all the way to the right here, and as you can see, I can see actually one person fighting. So anyway, this is the boss, and this month the boss is a fire boss. However, he has one skill from winds, which is a skill to actually hide from attacks. But if you are a character based on int, you will still do damage. If you are on strength, you won't do any damage, which is really bad because I hate that. However, if you have the dragon skill on your accounts, as long as you're not a wind, you will be able to still do damage even when he has the vanish skill on. If you have it as a wind, obviously you'll miss, because the dragon skill misses on the elements which are the opposite of yours. So because he's fire, of course wind is gonna miss. And I wish I had the dragon skill on this account as well, because now if he's going to do the vanish, I'm definitely gonna miss on him. So what I do, because the event takes quite some time, you have 20 fights in total with 6 rounds each, unless you die and then it becomes quicker. If you live through all 6 rounds, then it is gonna be lengthy. It can take up to half an hour sometimes. At least it took me up to half an hour before. And yeah, so I'm just gonna put my remote on, and I will set it up like this, that at the beginning of the round I am going to hotfire my pet. Second round I'm going to hotfire myself, and then I'm just going to attack. And I will attack using again this hit. Now in the past I used to set it so that if hotfire wears off from the pet or the account, if it's under a specific SP, which is always going to be because I put it a bit more than what I usually actually have on the account, then you would hotfire yourself again. But because the pet runs out first, I believe the character is actually going to miss a turn of having hotfire and just go and hotfire the pet. So I thought that's losing a round, not very great. Plus there's only 6 rounds, so oh well. Now I'm going to select the one target skill, the 5-star hit for the pet, and then just save the settings around, go confirm. I'm gonna leave it on fight. I want to heal after every battle at 100%, and in case I disconnect for some reason, then just reconnect it. So now having a look, I have enough bottles, so I think she should be fine for all 20 rounds, because if she heals after every battle, then yeah, but that should be enough. So then you click on this little boss. You have the interface where you can see the top 10 people who have done a great deal of damage. So they definitely went straight away and got all the rewards. Then you have the settings of how you want to set up your fights, and then the reward list. And there you have your damage, which keeps accumulating, so you can go at it for 25 days in the month, as long as the event lasts, and see if you can make it to a higher tier. I can only usually do it up to this principality scroll, so I claim all of these, including that one, upwards. Not straight away, but in a few days. And I had one of my accounts in 2 days that they already got to that tier. There's no point in trying to go for a higher one because I've done some math, and according to the damage I did, even in those 25 days, if I do it every single day, I wasn't going to get to this. So plus I did start the event on the 6th for the first time this month, so I don't think I would have done it, and I skipped quite a few days this month of logging in. So yeah, anyway, back to the settings. Now here, if you want to pay some green gems, you can have your attack increased by 50%. If you want to pay 20 gems, then you'll have it by 100%. Now do keep in mind that if you tick these and then you will put the auto fight for as many rounds as you want, maximum is 20 a day, you will be charged a lot of diamonds, as you can see. So if you want to give only one round for 100% extra attack, then yeah, you'll only be charged 20 gems. But if you want to do all 20 with extra 100% attack, then 400 gems. So no thank you, I'm all good. And then I just start the fight. It says that no gems were deducted because you haven't had any extra stuff to take, and I am so lucky that he didn't do the vanish just yet, and that I can actually do some damage to him. If only I could actually crit, but I'm not, so this will have to do. And as you can see up in the corner, you have rounds remaining. You start with 6, and as you can see, yep, that's what the vanish was. Now I'm going to miss for the next 2 rounds anyway, because none of my characters are based on int, so there's that. So yeah, you can see at the top the rounds remaining and the total damage dealt so far, and obviously 0 because I'm not doing very great. And 1 more round remaining, which is this one, which I'm gonna miss anyway, so then I'm gonna leave the fight. So I think the vanish lasts for 3 rounds total, I think. But because he uses that, and I can't actually do any damage whatsoever when that happens, well, there's not much I can actually do. So I just leave it on, it's doing its own thing, and then at the end I just come back. So I'll just let it do its own thing. I'll probably put it on fast forward, or I'm just gonna cut a chunk of it in case I'm just gonna do something else at the computer in the meantime. But as soon as it's done, you will see what I do next. So once the fights are over, your character is just going to sit over there, probably sit down if you've left it for some time. And once you click on the boss again, you will see that you can't do any more auto fights. That's it, you can't type anything in. It's only 20 times a day, and it resets every day whenever the main reset is. For me, it's actually at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so whatever that is for everybody else. I forgot to mention that you're not allowed to do the event in a team. So it's individual characters only. You're not allowed to join other people's battles. And yeah, the challenge is available from the 1st to the 25th of each month. And then a few days break. And then the event resets. And there's going to be a new location, new tasks, and that kind of stuff. So now when I go to rewards, unfortunately, I can't do a lot of damage with this account. So I missed a lot of rounds, as you probably saw in the fast forward. And so far I've only done 424,000. And that will only probably get me up to the Chaos Crystal tier. So if I go redeem, I will get everything up to that. So I will do that. And as you can see, I got everything up to this one. So when the game will reset, tomorrow I can come back to this and I can keep going and the damage will just increase. And then I'll be able to just redeem everything else depending on where I get. So if I do like 400-ish thousand, I'll probably be able to get to this one tomorrow, these two, and then whatever else. Now, I've kind of eased a bit on the game because I've been really busy with my work and I haven't actually been logging in every day to do this. But if I would have probably been done with these by now. Probably would have gotten to this point where usually I stop anyway. So now in my inventory I will find these items. So I got the experience thing, potion for the offline training with the poles, and the rest of the stuff over here. So I'll just open these boxes, the mysterious treasure box, and I got another experience thing and a 10 EXP potion. And then this one is a pet food bag from which you get this kind of food which you give your pets. Now I don't actually have the monkey, but if you have more pet food you can just compound it together and you get another one, a different one. So I have another banana one here, so I can show you quickly. If you just compound it and then just see what you get in return. When you compound them, you get obviously only pet food. So this time I got Shaolan's candy, but because I don't have her either, I just put the stuff in here, and whatever I get, I just keep compounding it until I get one that I can actually use on one of my pets. Okay, so I'll clean up a bit in my inventory again. So that's about it with the World Boss event. Just keep having at it and you'll probably get there. As you can see in events, it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That should be it. I will probably take my character to just train offline using these poles and the wooden dolls. If you don't know this kind of stuff about the offline training and stuff, I have other videos on my channel where I have spoken about different game settings, events, daily events, kind of basic things to get through in a day and that kind of stuff. I hope you find those helpful, and I hope you found this helpful somehow, and good luck with the event yourself.